Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to automatically add IndiaMART Enquiries to Zoho Bigin. So I'm managing a B2B manufacturing company and I've listed my products on IndiaMART. And my objective is that whenever I'm going to receive a new lead along with a new inquiry related to my products, price or offers, then I want to add that lead in Zoho Bigin, that is amazing CRM application. So how we are going to automate this entire process? For this, we will have to set up a connection between IndiaMART and Zoho Bigin, and that we are going to do without any coding and programming skills, simply with the help of Pabbly Connect. So if you also want to learn this amazing automation step by step, for that you have to come towards my screen. Welcome to my screen everyone. In this video I'm going to show you step by step that how we can automatically add all of our IndiaMART leads and inquiries in Zoho Bigin. So I am managing a B2B manufacturing company which specializes in raw materials for multiple factories and outlets, and I have listed my products on IndiaMART. Okay, so now here my objective is that as soon as I am going to receive a new lead, a new inquiry related to my products, automatically that same lead should be added as a contact in my Zoho Bigin account. That is the CRM which I'm using to nurture and manage all my leads. So how am I going to automate this entire process? I will have to set up a connection between IndiaMART and Zoho Bigin for that. And for building this connection, because they are not natively connected, I will have to use another application, and that I'm going to do with the help of Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation integration software which helps us to automate all of our repetitive tasks without the requirement of any coding and programming skills, by setting up connections between our work applications. So we will set up the connection between IndiaMART and Zoho Bigin. Let's get started. Currently we are on the home page of Pabbly Connect, where we can reach by tapping the URL pabbly.com/connect in our browser. After coming over here, we will find two options: sign in and sign up for free. So in case if you are already an existing user, just click on sign in to log into your account. But if you are a new user, you have to click on the sign up for free button, and it will allow you to create your free new account just in 2 minutes. Once you will do that, you will be receiving 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. Now, as an existing user, I'm going to click on sign in. Now, this is all app section where we can find all the products which are offered by Pabbly. To create our automation, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So let's click on access now. And it has taken us towards the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. So on this dashboard, we will be able to find all of our workflows which we have created, and we can also create different folders on the same dashboard to save our workflow separately and accordingly. Now, to create a new workflow, we have to click on this create workflow option. As we have done that, a new dialog box is appeared in front of us, which is asking us to provide a name to this workflow. So first of all, let me provide a name over here. Automatically add IndiaMART Enquiries to Zoho Bigin. After giving the name to my workflow, I'm going to select the folder in which I want to save it. So you can see I have a list of folders over here. Among these folders, because I have created a separate folder for all the IndiaMART automations which I'm going to create, therefore I'm going to select that same folder over here, automations for IndiaMART leads. Now I'm going to click on create, and as we will do that, a blank workflow will be open in front of us which contains two extremely important windows. As you can see, first over here is trigger and the other is action. So what are trigger and actions? Trigger and actions are the two main concepts, the principles, or we can say these are the building blocks on which the entire automation runs. Here the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow, and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can add as many action steps as we want. Let's suppose, because here my objective is that whenever I'm going to receive a new inquiry for my B2B manufacturing company through IndiaMART, then along with the inquiry and the lead, the response should be received, and that lead who has sent this inquiry should be added in my Zoho Bigin account. So for that, I will have to take IndiaMART in trigger and Zoho Bigin in action. When we are going to set up a connection between these applications to automate the process, we can clearly see that action is going to follow what the trigger commands. Because when the trigger happens, that means when the lead is generated, when the inquiry is received, then only the lead will be added as a contact in Zoho Bigin, otherwise not. So after understanding the whole concept of trigger and action, let us quickly start creating our automation step by step. To start with the workflow, first of all, we have to go towards our trigger step and we have to select our trigger application. Our trigger application over here will be IndiaMART. So let's select that. Then after that, we have to select the trigger event, that what you want. So here, trigger event is the event on the happening of which the workflow is going to trigger or it is going to start. So we have new leads over here, because whenever a lead will be generated through IndiaMART, the response will be captured, and as soon as the response will be received, the workflow is going to instantly start. Okay. Now, after doing this, we have to set up the connection between IndiaMART and Pabbly Connect, and that we are going to do with the help of this URL which we have received. We have to follow the instructions given over here to insert this URL inside IndiaMART, and as soon as we we will do that, our connection between IndiaMART and Pabbly Connect will be successful. Then whenever a new lead will be received through IndiaMART, the response of that lead will, with all the details, will be captured inside Pabbly Connect as well. Now here, first of all, let's copy this webhook URL because it is going to transfer the data from IndiaMART towards Pabbly Connect as a bridge whenever a new lead will be generated. As we have copied it, I'm going to tell you exactly what we are supposed to do. So I will have to take you towards IndiaMART account first of all, as it is saying that you need to first of all log into your IndiaMART account. I have already done that. After coming on the account, from the left section you will find the option of lead manager. So we have to select that option. Then over here we have 3 lines, that means the menu section. We have to select that as well. And over here from the given options we have to select import export leads. Under this we have other 3 options. Among these options we have to select push API. When we have selected that, it has taken us towards push API integration. Now over here what we have to do, we have to select the source first of all, through which source you are receiving these leads. So you can see we have list of source over here. You can select any of them according to your choice. I am going to go for other. As we have done that, now a webhook listener option is open in front of us, which is asking us the CRM platform name and the webhook listener URL. So which platform you want to connect with IndiaMART, you have to give the name of that. So I'm going to give Pabbly Connect over here. Then we have webhook listener URL. So we have to paste the URL which we have copied from Pabbly Connect in this field. As we have done that, now let's click on save. And now it is asking us to select one of the options, for which reason you are setting up this connection. So you can give any of the reason according to your choice. I'm going to select, I can easily assign leads to my sales team and manage their performance over here. Then I will click on generate OTP. As we have done that, the OTP is generated on this phone number which we have registered in IndiaMART. We have to enter that. And with this you can see that our webhook is activated over here. So here we have the webhook URL which we have inserted, and this means that our connection between IndiaMART and Pabbly Connect is absolutely successful. Now we will come back towards Pabbly Connect. It is showing waiting for webhook response over here. This means that now we have to do a test submission. And how we are going to do that? Simply by creating and generating a lead from India. Simply by generating a lead in IndiaMART account. Okay. So now I'm going to take you back towards IndiaMART, and because I'm using a test account currently, so what I will do, I will just go towards lead manager once again. So after coming once again towards IndiaMART account, over here we are going to generate the lead. And because currently I'm using a test account, so I will just generate a test lead to capture the response and show you how you have to do that. So I'm going to click on this test your webhook listener URL, and over here it is asking us you want to send the test response on this particular URL. So we'll click on test, and the response is received. Okay, so now as we have done that, we'll go back towards Pabbly Connect. As we can see, we have received the response already. In this response here we have received all the details. First of all, here we have the status of this lead, that is success. Then we have the unique query ID. This will be unique for each and every lead and each and every query. So whenever we are going to receive a new lead in IndiaMART, we are going to receive a response, and in that response we will be receiving a unique query ID as well. Then here we have the subject of the inquiry, requirement for empty mineral water bottle. Then over here we have the state through which we have received this lead and the inquiry. Then we have the pin code of the area, we have the phone number. Then when we'll scroll down over here, we can see that we have the phone number of the lead, the name of the lead, and all other details. Okay, this is the email address of the lead, and these are the details of the company of this lead. Okay, and then we have the product name for which the inquiry is generated, mineral water bottle, and over here we have the query message as well. So basically this is a test message, test lead which we have generated with the help of IndiaMART. Now once we have received this response, that means our IndiaMART account is successfully connected with Pabbly Connect, and now our objective is to send this response towards Zoho Bigin to create a contact over there. So here for that we have to set up the connection between Zoho Bigin and Pabbly Connect. Let's do that. For that we have to go towards our action step, and we have to select our action application. So our action application over here will be Zoho Bigin. Let's select that. Then we have to select the action event. So our action event will be create contact, because I want to create a contact over there with the help of the new leads which are generated in IndiaMART. Then we'll click on connect to set up the connection. As we have done that, here we have 2 options to build this connection: add new connection, add select existing connection. In case if you already have an existing connection, you can also go with that, but I'm going to show you how you have to build a new connection inside Zoho Bigin. So we have to select add new connection. Then you have to keep in mind that you are already logged into Zoho Bigin before making this connection. Then we'll click on connect with Zoho Bigin, so that it is asking us the domain name. Now we have to provide that domain. So how we are going to get that? In order to get this domain name, you have to simply go towards your Zoho Bigin account, and over here in the URL you can see this is the domain name. So we'll simply copy it and we'll move back and paste it over here. In the similar manner, from the URL of your Zoho Bigin account, you have to find out the domain and paste it over here to build this connection. Then after doing this, we'll click on save. And now Pabbly Connect is asking us for the permission to access our Zoho Bigin account. The data is 100% safe with Pabbly, so let's click on accept fearlessly. Now as we have done that, you can see the authorization has become successful and the connection between Zoho Bigin and Pabbly Connect is also successfully made. Now we'll simply move forward towards entering the details in these fields to create a contact over there. To create a contact, first of all, it is asking us the owner name, which is already selected. Then we have the first name, last name, date of birth, lead source, email address, and all other details. So we have received all these details by using which we want to create a contact in Zoho Bigin already from our IndiaMART response. So by using that same response, we are going to enter the data over here. So instead of entering the data manually, we will simply map the data. Mapping is inserting data from previous step. You can see this is our previous step and here are all the details. So first of all, it is asking us the first name and over here we have the last name. So we are going to search for the name. And you can see we have received only one name over here, single name, not the full name and last name separately. So it is asking us the last name, that is the required field. So what we will do, instead of entering the first name, I will simply map the name in the last name field. Okay. So here I will map the name like this. I will insert it from the previous response and it is mapped over here. When we have mapped this name, it has become dynamic and with each and every new response, automatically it is going to replace now. So whenever a new lead will be received, a new inquiry will be received through IndiaMART, automatically the details which we are going to map in these fields are going to replace with the new details of that new inquiry with that new lead. And in this way, we are going to automate the entire process of adding IndiaMART leads as contacts in Zoho Bigin. Instead of this, if we will enter the data manually over here, then it will become static and then it is not going to replace. Okay, then the workflow will get stuck. Let's move forward. Over here, because last name field is required, so I've entered the name which I have received in my response over here. But in your case, when you will be receiving a real response from IndiaMART, you can simply map the first name and last name separately in these fields. Then we have the date of birth, which is optional, and also we have not received it in the response, so I'm going to ignore this field for now. The lead source is also not required, so I'm going to ignore it as well. Then we have the email address, so I'm simply going to map the email of this lead. Okay. The next we have the mobile number, so I'm going to search for the mobile number and I will map it over here. Then we have the phone number, so I'm going to search for phone number, whether we have received, and yes, here I'm going to map the phone number as well. We have the company name, so let's map the company as well. Over here we have the company name. Then we have the description, that means the query which we have received. So here I'm going to enter the query of the lead which is received. So I'm going to map the query message. Then over here we have the street, city and other details. So one by one we will enter these as well. So here we have the street address, city, Noida. Then we have the state. You can either scroll down in the response to search the data which you want to map, or over here you can also use the keywords to search the data. It will redirect you towards the exact data which you want. So here I'm going to map the state, country code, zip code and done. Okay, now I'm going to click on save and send test request button quickly. And as we have done that, you can see that the response is received. Over here, we have received a code in the response, that is success. This means that the contact is successfully added in our Zoho Bigin account. So I'm going to take you towards the contact section. Here we are on the contact section of Zoho Bigin. I'm going to refresh this page once. And you can see that yes, a new contact is added over here with the same details. Here we have the name, email address, last name, mobile number and the description. So the contact name, that was mandatory, we have mapped that, but first name field is blank because we have left it blank. Okay, but in your case you can definitely add all the details which you want. Now because the contact is created, that means the connection between IndiaMART and Zoho Bigin is absolutely successful. So now once we have set up this connection, as soon as a new lead, a new inquiry will be generated through IndiaMART for our business, automatically that lead will be added as a contact in Zoho Bigin. One more thing I'm going to tell you, I'm going to take you towards contact section. Once again, I'm going to open this contact. And you can see in the description of the contact, the query of the lead is also mentioned. So in this way, you can specify the queries of each of the lead by adding it in the description section so that you can just specify the leads as a contact in Zoho Bigin according to their queries. So I hope this amazing automation is helpful for you. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but you can integrate multiple such applications without any coding or programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can reach out to us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any query, you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, you can reach out to the website given over here. Now, if you find this video helpful, do not forget to share it with your friends. And also please like our video and subscribe our channel for more such amazing automations.